a lot of the workers today have described it as the stairway to heaven, because that literally is what it looks like. It just seems to go on forever. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to yet another Project Exodus / Hyperia construction update. That's right, today's episode is a bit of a continuation on from my last construction update from Hyperia, because if you watched that video, it was a very exciting one that I've been waiting to film for months and months. Of course, we witnessed the very start of Hyperia's 236-foot lift hill going into place. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be returning back to the construction site to show you even more progression that's been taking place on that lift hill. Of course, if you watched the last one, you'll know that only the gold pieces of track had gone in. Well, we've now had even more white pieces of track go in, which means we're getting to a very high point of Hyperia's lift hill already. But yeah, I'm currently filming the start of this video in a place that, if you've been watching these updates for a while, you might recognize. I'm currently on the island next to the Swarm Island. And if you actually see in the background, the Swarm's currently testing. That's the first time I've seen that ride going around all year. So yeah, as we get to the end of the close season here at Thorpe Park, obviously all of the rides are slowly but surely finishing all of their winter work and they're starting to test, ready for the start of the 2024 season, which is shaping up to be the biggest year in Thorpe Park history. And of course, Hyperia is a massive part of that. But yeah, I've been to this spot in these videos many times. This is where we first had the supports being delivered for Hyperia. The first bits of gold arrived here on this island. So I've been here loads and loads of times. We've shared some amazing moments on this island. But yeah, as you can see now, it's starting to look very bare and barren. And that is of course because the majority of Hyperia has now been built. All that needs to be constructed for Hyperia coaster-wise now is the rest of the lift hill and then the rest of that first drop. In fact, I was just talking to some of the coaster construction workers here and they said there's literally like 3 pieces of track left to go in and then obviously the rest of the lift hill pieces. So we really are nearing the very end of Hyperia's coaster construction. And of course that means soon we'll have the trains arriving, which is so exciting. We'll be having loads more electrical work and kind of groundwork taking place on the site to make it more of a presentable area, and then we will start seeing our first test runs for this ride, and then hopefully it will have its first human riders. I'm praying that I'll be able to get on that train as soon as possible. But yeah, there's so many exciting things coming up in this Hyperia construction series, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It might be nearing the end of the project, but this is where things step up in terms of excitement and we get the really cool stuff. So yeah, I thought this island would be quite a cool place to start this video, but the main reason I'm over here is just to kind of show you how empty it is. There's not a lot to really kind of focus on, so yeah, I'm not going to dwell over here for too long at all, and I'm going to make my way right over to the other side of the site, over to the Hyperia construction site. Well, I'll show you all of the latest updates that have been taking place. Let's head over there now. So I've made my way over to the Hyperia construction site now, and in today's episode I am not going to waste any of your time. I'm currently positioned right at the bottom of the lift hill. Take a look at this, guys. It's just hard to believe really, isn't it? Like, looking at the size of this thing. If I told you a few years back that this is a view at Thorpe Park, I'd have told you were absolutely crazy. But look at that. The lift hill is really coming on. So of course in my last video, they'd literally done up to that golden point there. But yeah, we've had another few pieces of lift hill go on top, and today they've put all of this catwalk in. So of course on roller coasters it's a very normal thing to have these kind of safety stairs next to the track, just in case of any breakdowns, if they need to get guests off. Obviously it's there for any inspections. The engineers and stuff will be walking up there hundreds of times before the ride even opens, checking everything's safe and everything's all good with the lift motor and all of that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic to see. Let me try and get just on the other side of this track. Let me duck underneath here. There you go. I genuinely can't believe it. And what else have we had added today? We've had some drive tyres put in as well. So of course you'll come out of the station, go around this outer bank turn, and then these tyres here will just help push the train up to the point where it will then of course connect to the chain, and that chain will then take it right up the 236 foot lift hill. Now the thing that I find absolutely crazy, I was just talking to the actual guy from Mac. He was saying that this is literally just over the halfway point for this lift hill. So we're gonna have literally like double this again. And I think that will consist of 2 main pieces of lift hill track. And then there's of course the massive, massive crest piece to go at the very top. But yeah, a lot of the workers today have described it as the stairway to heaven, because that literally is what it looks like. It just seems to go on forever. I'll tell you what, there's a real buzz of energy here on site today. It's almost as if everyone's just in a really good mood, because they can tell that this project is coming together so nicely. And yeah, we are slowly drawing towards the end of seeing Hyperia as a coaster complete. Yeah, I've had so many interesting chats today. I was talking to the Mac guy about Voltron and how exciting all of that is over in Germany. Europa Park, of course, the birthplace of Mac Rides, which is of course the company that Hyperia is manufactured by. I've had chats about the future of Thorpe Park and how exciting the coming decade or so here at the park is. And yeah, I was talking to some of the workers that have been putting up Hyperia, and they were saying that they've got friends over in Saudi Arabia that are building Falcon's Flight, which is going to be the tallest roller coaster in the entire world. We're talking like 600 feet, which is like just under 3 times the size of Hyperia. Like, I can't even comprehend that. But yeah, it's just amazing hearing all of these stories from these super interesting people that are working on Hyperia. Like, genuinely, every single person that you talk to here on site are so passionate, even though the majority of them are saying they're not even going to ride it, which admittedly does sound a bit scary. The people that are building it are saying they won't even ride it, but the reason is because they're scared of roller coasters. They all say they'll happily walk up to the top of it and like do work at the top, but a lot of the people that are building this won't be riding it. I'm trying to persuade them to at least ride it once, just to say they've done it. But yeah, it genuinely is so cool, and I've said it many times and I'll say it again. I'm so honoured to be here and to have documented this entire project up to this point. But yeah, just on the other side of the camera right now, we've had some new work done on the station. So yeah, as you can see, we've had some wings go up onto the side. Now originally you've got this kind of black base plate, but today they've added on these golden bits as well. So yeah, that's going to look really, really cool. In fact, the table that they're doing all of this work on is just over here. So yeah, you can see they're literally constructing all of those wings there. And yeah, I'm sure this next set will be going up probably tomorrow. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, you can see loads of like high up people, and the workers are all just looking up at the lift. It's so cool to see how excited everyone is for this ride. And yeah, that excitement is only going to grow as the coaster continues to. Oh my god, just panning to the ride, even just then, I got a shock looking into the screen. I'm already in love with this ride, guys, and I haven't even been on it. I can't stop looking up. It's so cool. So an area of the site that I haven't shown you guys for quite a while in these updates is the shop and photo unit, which of course shot up about a month or so ago now. So of course, once you've ridden Hyperia, you'll be exiting down a path down here and you'll actually come into the photo unit right here. And yeah, this smaller building is actually where you'll be able to buy your on-ride photos for Hyperia. To be honest, I've got no idea on the layout. I don't know where the tills will be there or there. Not a clue, to be honest. But then yeah, if you head down further, you'll then go into the ride's gift shop, which will of course be full of Hyperia merch. And this is that space right now. So yeah, at the moment, it doesn't look like anything too fancy. It's just basically a tin shed. But that is because they've just done all of the steel work. And as you can see, they're still working on all of that. So yeah, over the next few weeks and months, they'll fit it out and style this area to be presentable. And obviously all of the merch will start arriving in here. The original plan was to keep the ride shop and this photo unit as the old building that used to be here. But they thought, you know what, we're building this entire new area, this entire new roller coaster. We might as well just build a permanent brand new shop. And that's what we've got. So yeah, just like with the station and everything else here on site, I'm going to keep visiting this area over the next few weeks and months to show you all of the updates as and when they happen. Absolutely awesome. So I'm back up on the site balcony now. It's amazing how much this view has changed over the past few months. And yeah, just knowing that this is just over the halfway point is still crazy to me. You think how much taller we're gonna go. But yeah, I was just talking to some of the workers and I believe that the current point that we're at is as high as they can go before the big cranes arrive here on site. So yeah, they are gonna have to bring in some heavy duty cranes to get to the really tall points of this lift hill. And then of course, lift the very heavy and very big final crest up to the top. So yeah, at this point, I think they're just waiting for those cranes to arrive, which means progress here on site might slow down a tiny bit over the next few days, but they are gonna make use of that time. I believe they're gonna clear out this entire area so that as soon as those cranes do arrive here on site, they should be able to power on with the rest of the support structure and then finish off the lift hill and first drop. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, Hyperia will be complete. But then of course, as I've said many times, there are so many more things to still happen on site. You've got all of the landscaping, all of the electrical work, all of the other tiny details that will really make Hyperia what it is. And yeah, as I said before, I'm hoping that I get the opportunity to walk up that lift hill with a camera and show you the views from the top of it as soon as it is completed. I will be absolutely terrified doing that, but I'll do it for you guys. And yeah, what an opportunity that will be. I'll be stupid to turn it down. Oh, look at that. We've got saw the ride testing as well. That's awesome to see. But yeah, just knowing that Hyperia is going to be flying around this track not too long away is so exciting. So yeah, be sure to lock into all of these updates by subscribing to the channel and leave a thumbs up on this video if you have enjoyed it. And yeah, as always, thank you all so much for watching. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.